there is one driver who only would take a Namma Yatri and he was making 3,000 rupees per day.
Namma Yatri, the Bengaluru-based startup, which has hit the headline by raising $11 million.
The Bangalore people, they see that this is a good system, enabling the service providers. I think that's why the word of mouth is happening.
Essentially, this is a zero commission product. We are looking at optimizing cost as much as possible. So what you pay directly goes to the driver.
Namma mission, zero commission. Namma Yatri ke aage admission.
Moving Tech, the parent company of Namma Yatri and its family of apps, has raised rupees 92 crore in a pre-series A round led by Bloom Ventures and Antler with participation from Google. But how did this challenger to Uber and Ola duopoly in India get the likes of Google and Bloom to back it? Let's begin. Magizhan Selvan and Shan MS, co-founders of Namma Yatri, shared this as their vision for how they want to build Namma Yatri. With our people-first approach, our goal is to build empathetic products and technology that are 10 times better. By collaborating with Samaj, which is community, Sarkar, which is government, and Bazaar, which is business, we aspire to create an impact similar to UPI in India and Linux worldwide. This funding will enable us to innovate and grow further. The 2-year-old company, which was spun out of fintech giant Juspay, has grabbed a 25% market share from Ola and Uber in Bengaluru and expanding into more cities. It was almost a year ago when Karnataka's government asked Uber and Ola to stop their services in Bengaluru because of their balloon inflated prices. A 2-kilometer ride cost nearly 100 rupees, while the actual base fare in Karnataka was pegged at rupees 30. Back then, prices had reached ceilings and these companies were getting non-stop backlash from the consumers. In India, auto-rickshaws bridge the gap between overcrowded public transport and personal vehicle ownership, offering livelihoods to millions of drivers while being more affordable than cabs to consumers like us. Over the years, they have become a cultural symbol in India that even the Kardashians in their recent visit to India couldn't miss. If you don't own a personal vehicle, there is a good chance that you have experienced things like searching for nearly half an hour to get a ride only for it to be cancelled after you tell your location. Unbelievably long waiting times to find your next ride. When you finally end up getting a ride, the driver asks you to pay extra, and the worst part is hearing cash only. These user problems with the auto aggregator platforms like Uber and Ola were creating outrage among consumers. But on the other side, issues like high commission charges, late payments, and high dependency on these platforms created pushback from the drivers. Imagine being an aggregator and receiving pushback from both the customers and the drivers. This provided a clear market opportunity for Namma Yatri. Unlike the commission-based models followed by the likes of Ola and Uber, Namma Yatri entered the market with a subscription model. Let's understand this with an example. Here is Ravi, an auto driver from Bengaluru. Ravi's income and expenditure work on a day-to-day basis. Working for around 12 to 14 hours a day, he earns around rupees 2,500, out of which 30% commission goes to Uber and Ola. This leaves Ravi with rupees 1,750 per day, which he gets back from Uber and Ola anywhere between 2 days to 2 weeks later. This means that paying for his daily expenditure of petrol and maintenance comes from his own pocket and becomes difficult to manage. When Ravi discovered Namma Yatri, he had two options: either pay rupees 25 per day for a daily subscription of unlimited rides, or he can pay 3.5 rupees per ride for up to 10 rides a day, with the rest being free. Even if Ravi earns 2,000 rupees per day with Namma Yatri, as they are comparatively cheaper for longer trips, the maximum of 35 rupees per day goes into subscription, and he still ends up making rupees 1,965. This is more than what he gets when he earns rupees 2,500 with Ola or Uber. If you are inspired by Namma Yatri's story and want to know how such products are built and scaled, consider checking out Airtribe's product program. Namma Yatri came from a simple idea: put the driver first. They work atop the Open Network for Digital Commerce or ONDC platform, which is an interoperable scheme backed by the Indian government that is aiming to democratize e-commerce in the country. This forced other players to adopt the subscription model as well. Rapido quickly understood and introduced subscription model for its drivers. Other apps like Ola and Uber have also announced their intent to follow suit. With over 4 lakhs enabled drivers, 74 lakhs registered users and more than 4 crore completed trips, Namma Yatri is scaling faster than anticipated. But how did they come into the picture? In 2021, the Kerala Cab Drivers Union sought assistance from the creators of the ONDC Open Commerce Protocol to develop a platform centered around drivers, for which they were suggested they should collaborate with Juspay, a payment aggregator who are deeply committed to addressing social issues with technology. Juspay created the Yatri app for them. The app's success led Bengaluru auto driver unions to request a similar app, resulting in Namma Yatri. As Juspay takes pride in maintaining transparency between the Namma Yatri app and its drivers, this transparency has also now been extended to the public. The creators of the Namma Yatri platform have added an open section on their website which shows live updates, including active rides, customer searches, and drivers' earnings. Showcasing real-time data is certainly an effective way to build trust in the efficacy of Namma Yatri, the open mobility protocol, and the extensive network of Bengaluru's auto rickshaws operating at full capacity. As per the co-founders of Namma Yatri, frugality has been one of their key strengths. They had 4 major cost bleeds: team, maps, servers, and marketing. Keeping their team to a minimum number of employees, with most engineers borrowed from Juspay, they were able to minimize team cost and also leverage Juspay's infrastructure to reduce cost on that side. To reduce cost further on the map side, they moved from Google Maps to OpenStreetMap. This saved them rupees 10 to 12 per ride. Although they have come this far with a frugal approach while keeping drivers first, the real testament to their skills were in their marketing approach. Have you ever come across a Namma Yatri ad? Probably not in the traditional sense of video and billboard ads, but you have probably seen this or this. They opted for a driver-driven marketing approach, relying completely on word of mouth and organic content marketing. This created hype around their content, attracting more advocates for the brand and its values of open source platform. Within the app, they initiated a leaderboard for the drivers, keeping them engaged through gamification to compete and complete more rides. And all of this is available for everyone to see at nammayatri.in/open. They used a participatory design approach to solve drivers' problems by engaging with them directly. Instead of focusing too much on technology, unlike their competitors, they focused a lot on being driver first. You know, to understand drivers' challenges, Selvan, the co-founder of Namma Yatri, actually drove over 500 auto rickshaw rides himself. He said the startup's guiding principle is to infuse empathy into its services, and they have remained committed to it from the very beginning. Drivers are regularly invited to Juspay's office for in-person discussions about the app's features and challenges. One such conversation led to the introduction of the pickup fee, a feature drivers long wanted to cover the distance they travel to pick up customers. By placing drivers at the center of product development, Namma Yatri made them feel like the app was truly theirs, making them proud to promote and share it with others. When it comes to user experience of the product, Namma Yatri is on par with other platforms like Ola and Uber in terms of features and experience. However, when you notice the sleek product design bits like the auto number on the plate to avoid confusion with the OTP number, the option to mask phone numbers when making calls, and its attractive prices, especially for longer trips, the overall experience leaves you more than satisfied. The app integrated localization through different names in different cities: Namma Yatri in Bengaluru and Chennai, Yatri in Kerala, Yatri Sathi in Kolkata, and Manna Yatri in Hyderabad. Driver loyalty will spur network effects. If you build a product the right way and the drivers are happy and feel they belong to your community, they don't just see you as a rent-seeking platform. That's where the network effect begins, said Nitin Sharma, a partner at Antler who co-led Namma Yatri's latest funding round. They have recently expanded into cab services in Bengaluru with a daily subscription model similar to their auto service, adding a cab booking section to the app. While the success of Juspay and Namma Yatri's expansion remains to be seen, the competition in the Indian ride-hailing ecosystem is intensifying, with the likes of Rapido and Blue Smart also trying to get a piece of the pie. The homegrown ride-hailing market is projected to reach $7.36 billion by 2028, making this a critical background for growth and innovation. All of this sounds great, but it also seems evident to its users where the app is taking a hit. By maintaining minimal contact with their customers, Namma Yatri has created a gap between customer safety and customer support. They lacked an in-app interface for customers to use in emergencies or to submit complaints to the company. And complaints were handled via email or helpline number. And for emergencies, customers were encouraged to call their respective police helplines. There have been reports on social media of unpleasant incidents involving Namma Yatri rides. Although Namma Yatri has partnered with a leading customer experience platform recently to efficiently address these customer inconveniences coming from multiple channels on a daily basis, we are yet to observe the full fruit of their partnership. They are operationally profitable already, and as per the founders, they don't see the need to raise a lot of capital to scale this further. And with that, we have come to the end of this episode of Scale by Airtribe. Which ride-hailing platform do you use? Tell us in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Oh, my auto is here. See you guys.